Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Matthew Valencia and this is the presentation on common law for Dr. Frederick Greene's Law, Ethics, and Social Responsibility class for summer of 2016, Eastern New Mexico University. In this presentation, I will be discussing what common law is, a little bit of history about it, how common law is used in the world today, ethical considerations of common law, reflection, and reference. In this slide, it shows a little bit of background on how common law came into play, and I just wanted to read it for you. I thought it was pretty interesting. It says, the common law. Here the common law of England was established on this continent with the arrival of the first settlers on May 13th, 1607. The first charter granted by James I to the Virginia Company in 1606 declared that the inhabitants of the colony shall have and enjoy all liberties, franchises, and immunities as if they had been abiding and born within our realm of England. Since Magna Carta, the common law has been the cornerstone of individual liberties, even as against the Crown. Summarized later in the Bill of Rights, its principles have inspired the development of our system of freedom under law, which is at once our dearest possession and proudest achievement, presented by the Virginia State Bar, May 17, 1959. What is common law? Common law is defined as a law or set of laws that is based on customs, principles of society, precedents, or case law that is not covered in civil law statutes. Common law is only applicable to civil law, not criminal law. Common law is beneficial, being that it helps to ensure that cases with similar points result in similar decisions and sets precedents. And a little history about common law. Common law originated as ancient law of England based upon societal customs and recognized and enforced by the judgments and decrees of the courts. Common law was the general body of statutes and case law that governed England and the American colonies prior to the American Revolution. Where common law is used today. The common law system prevails in England, the United States, and other countries colonized by England. It is distinct from the civil law system, which predominates in Europe and in areas colonized by France and Spain. The common law system is used in all of the United States except Louisiana, because Louisiana is based on a more diverse set of sources, where French civil law is combined with English criminal law to form a hybrid system. The common law system is also used in Canada, except in the province of Quebec, where the French civil law system prevails. I thought it was interesting. I found this world map that shows in today's world where civil law and common law are still being used. Common law in kind of an orangish pink color highlighted, and civil law in a blue color highlighted in the world. And it's pretty interesting how these two types of law are still being used in today's world and society. How common law is used today. Common law is used today in most countries, including the United States. Common law is constantly evolving and can be modified or added to. Common law versus civil law. This comparison chart shows the differences between common law and civil law. Some of the main differences are that common law is uncodified, meaning that it is not based on rules or statutes, as civil law is codified, meaning it is based on rules and legislation. Common law is based on customs or tradition. A civil law is based on Roman law. In common law, the court provides a remedy that it deems fair, whereas in civil law, the court cannot set a penalty that is not set forth in statute. Ethical considerations and implications of common law. There are several ethical implications to consider with common law. The first is, because common law is not codified, there is a risk of continuing to pass on unjust or unfavorable decisions. Next, the judicial system and common law are necessary as a whole because of the recurring conflict in society. Also, common law has its roots in reason and justice for all. And finally, the fact that common law principles can be modified or overturned creates a continually evolving process based on several different factors. And I thought it was pretty interesting, the different factors and how it can be modified and changed. So I'm going to read this last bullet that I posted. Common law principles may be modified, overturned, abrogated, or created by new court decisions in a continuing process of growth and development to reflect changes in social attitudes, public needs, judicial prejudices, or contemporary political thinking. Here's a reflection on what I kind of covered throughout the presentation, and I just thought it was interesting. Common law is a law which was developed based on court decisions, case law, and history, versus other types of law which are based on statutes and legislation. All states in the United States, with the exception of Louisiana, still follow the common law practice. Common law originated in England as early as the 14th century, and I think it is amazing that something that originated such a long time ago still prevails in today's judicial system. Even though laws can be modified and added to over time due to things that arise, the basic form of the law that was originated such a long time ago is still in place. Here are some references that I used in order to obtain the information for this presentation. I hope that you learned a little bit more about common law. I felt that it was pretty interesting. I had no idea how far back common law goes and how it was originated, and that it originated in England. I thought that was also interesting too. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and learned a lot more about common law than what you knew before. Thank you.